I'm very pleased to address this regional Congress on the death penalty in the Middle East. Our world is going through a dramatic shift. Since the end of the Second World War, humanity has vaulted in many fields. Breathtaking advances in science and technology, including physics, biosciences, artificial intelligence, communication, and medicine. Overall, we have come to much better understand our planet as well as ourselves. This has resulted in sweeping political, economic, social, and cultural changes in terms of systems of governance, models of economic development, and paradigms of societal organizations. Our mindset and values also kept evolving, as evidenced by the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, followed by many conventions in the field of human rights. Practices such as colonialism, slavery, and torture have almost been relegated to the dustbin of history. Racism, sexism, and religious intolerance and other abhorrent practices are hopefully following suit. We have come to recognize more and more that our future lies in the universal adoption of certain core values, such as freedom, dignity, and solidarity. There is an emerging agreement that the focus of our human journey should be the dignity and welfare of the human being. Global respect for human rights, whether political, civil, economic, social, or cultural, has become the starting point. Rights and freedoms that are deemed inalienable and inseparable. But despite the agreement on the importance of human rights as a cornerstone of human progress, there is still, unfortunately, disagreement when it comes to the specific content of certain rights and their implementation. Capital punishment and its consonance with the sanctity of life falls into this category. There is an impressive and growing worldview supported by a majority of United Nations members that it should be abolished in law and in practice, or at least in the interim, a moratorium on execution should be observed. There is still, however, a sizable number of countries with large populations, including US, China, India, and Russia, who defend and retain capital punishment. Most of the Middle East countries, with the notable exception of Turkey, which has abolished capital punishment, and Jordan, Israel, Lebanon, and Palestine, which have observed a moratorium on execution, the rest of the Middle East continue to impose the punishment. Both sides have their arguments. Those who strongly call for the abolition of capital punishment emphasize, first of all, the sanctity of human life, the irreversibility of execution in case of an error, human fallibility, and the lack of evidence of its efficacy as a deterrence. Those arguing in favor of retention cite the importance of capital punishment in the administration of justice, also as a deterrence, and more significantly for quite a few, its anchor in religious belief. Three things I would like to emphasize to you. First is that the world would be a much more peaceful and harmonious place if there is a universal agreement on all the core human rights values, in law and in practice, and a recognition that at the end of the day, we are one human family. Second is that the only way to achieve human fraternity and solidarity is through dialogue, interaction, and the exchange of facts. This would lead over time, as we learn from history, to the steady convergence of views and the evolvement and refinement of our values and convictions. Third, and this is something I strongly believe in, is that in all our human endeavors, we should try to err, if we err, on the side of mercy and compassion, and not on the side of retribution and coercion. I wish you every success in your important deliberations.